Morning. Look, today grey and it's absolutely freezing. This changeable weather is really crazy. Today Jimmy brought me a bunch of straw that I can put down on beds. I'm gonna try and start with the wiring. Might have a scrape away at this. I gotta get ready to plant some more beetroot and acelga and stuff. It's probably tomorrow, Friday. Little pitter patter here and there. Got a bunch of shoots coming up here. This is beetroot and acelga, Swiss chard. It's funny how I got, I think, one cabbage coming up and that's it. That big one there. Watermelon still coming. But today is supposed to be cold and rainy all day, so I'm going to see what I can get done this morning. Do some paperwork this afternoon. That's about it. I might leave the wiring for tomorrow. I'm going to start with all this wiring around all these poles, but with cold hands it's hard to do, so I'm probably going to leave that for tomorrow. So this is what I've been doing to each bed. First I cover it for a month, then I've been uncovering it, digging the pitchfork in the whole length of the bed, then just to loosen up the soil and the roots, then I've been very gently and very lightly turning it over with a spade so I can get in there, and then I've been going through the whole bed like this, pulling out all these big roots. There's like this crabgrass or something that goes really deep, and the devil weed, lily of the valley vine, and I go through, I chuck it all in this bucket that goes on the compost heap. I'm trying to do it as lightly as possible without disturbing the soil too much or turning it over too deeply. There's lots of worms and beetles and larvae and thing in here, which gives me an indication, I think, to my completely untrained eye, look at this, that the soil is healthy. It feels healthy. It feels like, it doesn't feel clayey or wet or claggy. It feels like it's pretty filled with organic matter already. I think the problem here that I'm going to have is that right now it's wet, right? It's damp. It's been cool and rained a little bit today. But as we've seen, summer's coming and it doesn't rain very reliably here, so I want to do everything I can to keep as much moisture in this soil, which is why I've covered these beds with some straw that I got from Jimmy and Carol. They've got more of it. It's from these Pampa grasses that they've cut down around their garden, and they have this straw laying around. They were going to burn it, but now we're gradually bringing it over here, and I will use it to cover the beds at least until I get some of my plants coming up, which will hold the soil down, hopefully, and hold the water in. This is my theory, based on nothing. It just seems to make sense. This is kind of like back-breaking work, bent over for hours, but it seems like the thing I should be doing to get these beds ready. It takes a while, but I've got time. Look at that. This has all come out from where I've gently turned it over. tried sitting, I've tried crouching, I've tried sitting on a bucket, I've tried squatting on the floor. This seems to be, for me, the most comfortable way to do this. So I'm going to keep cracking away with this. And look, before I've done this, the soil looks like this, yellow and full of roots and dry. Now I go through, and the soil is pretty loose. Looks pretty good. It's a bit of work, but I think gonna be worth the effort in the end. I hope. So that's that bed done. Probably a third of the whole length, so it doesn't take that long, but it's hard on your back to do prolonged length. So this is now ready for sowing. Tomorrow I'm going to do some beetroot and some chard, I think. I'm going to cover it with this straw right now to try and keep some of the moisture in from the rain today, so it's good to go tomorrow. I'm also going to water it in an hour or so before it gets dark. When I do start that one, I'll try and do like a time, what do they call it? Time lapse of start to finish. Don't do it all in one day, obviously. I suppose I could, but that would kill your back. See what I can do. Keep plugging away, making stuff up.